AFL Fantasy Show. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy. This is Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
This is Calvin.
Coach of Calvinator.
Keeping a lid on it if you don't mind.
Well, you should see my team. I am smoking it, and just calm down, Calvin.
Fair enough. Okay,
He's
well,
on it, Team Calvinator.
with 4 games left, it's getting pretty exciting. What are you keeping a lid on?
I got Sean Higgins to come.
Oh, yeah, no, that's always risky.
Anything can happen.
It is.
Anything come. Just trying to stay calm.
Well, going into this round, I'm looking at locking in some Hawks.
Oh, yes.
They love it down here in Launceston at Hawke Park, otherwise known as Aurora Stadium.
It is.
And we'll get onto it soon, but there's some pretty exciting Hawks named.
Fantasy Point Central.
It will be, yeah.
Aurora. For me, I'm a little bit worried because I haven't got a captain yet. I haven't picked a captain, so
You've got every reason to be worried.
I've got to get someone out of this round, and I'm hoping, Calvin, you've got a mate with a pirate hat. Yes! Can you give me any tips? Because I'm going to have to pick someone, obviously,
Okay.
that is going to be a captain.
I'm going to give you 3 captain options for this week. Look, your number one's got to be Joe Watson.
Right.
121, 132, 110 in his last 3 against Kangaroos is amazing. Another good option there is a guy who loves Patterson's playground. I love to call it Patterson's playground. Scott Selwood averaged 116 last year on the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And another guy to look at is Sam Mitchell. Goes for his 6th straight 100-plus score against the Lions. So, yeah, he's got to be good as well.
The teams are in. Now, Calvin, you've had a look at Essendon versus North Melbourne.
I have, and Luke McDonald, as expected, is named, but he's on the bench. Now, for this free hit round, though, we've got some really juicy options to chuck on your bench. Ambrose, for Essendon, is a forward, 115k, and Gleeson. If you haven't used up that spot on your midfield yet, chuck him on your bench. Now, I'll tell you what, Daniel Curry,
Oh, yeah? Named?
emergency.
Oh.
Yeah. So, look, also...
He's getting closer.
He's getting very close. Look, this is a NAB AFL fantasy match day. And don't forget, it's the quickest and easiest fantasy game going around. Last time these two teams played, Watson had a 121 and Petrie a 134.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. The Hawks versus Brisbane, there's a couple of things that I really like here. Langford, he's been named on the ball.
Whoa!
He's available in the
Cheap as
back
chips.
line. Yeah, you've got to pick him up. I'll play him on my ground, I reckon.
Yeah, same.
Wanganeen, good option for your bench there. He's nice and cheap. Shields, mid-priced, pre-season hype. He's been named on the wing,
I
so
like it.
definitely got to have a look at him. Rocky, this is devastating news.
Your
He's been
boy.
named in the forward pocket. He is
What?
my boy, but that
Is
is
it a
very
sign
concerning.
of
I don't
things to
know.
come?
I might give him a miss this week, see what it looks like, maybe pick him next week. Aish has been named on a wing, but he does come at a cost.
He does.
All right, Saturday night is the next Cha-Ching match day game coming
Whoa,
up.
there
So
you go.
there it is. That is St Kilda and Melbourne. And last year they had some pretty big numbers, some of the guys. Montagna was huge.
Yep.
He's not playing.
No, he's not.
They're without Lenny.
Yep.
And they're without your boy Jack Stephen as
Yeah,
well. So
Jack.
this is throwing up a fair bit. But there's a lot of fresh meat named. And there
Whoa.
could be some pretty cheap guys and good options there. So we've got Mitch's name on the bench. So he's on the bench with a couple of other guys with that J. Kennedy Harris who's been pretty solid and people have wanted him in the side. And also that Alexis Giorgio, best name in the AFL so far.
Getting there.
But I think the big one is Dom Tyson. He's named in the middle, so I think we've all got to lock him in. I'm feeling it for him. So that's a good one there. The other ones that might be worth having a think about, Templeton, he's named in the forward pocket. He's a 115 grand midfielder.
Oh, yes.
Hopefully he can hang around for a while because he could be a good cash cow for
There you
us.
go.
Sounds really good. Feeling it for him. What sort of score are you expecting?
Oh, you'll get a few. My team.
Okay, West Coast versus the Bulldogs. Now, this is driving us home. I like 3 things a lot about this game.
All right.
I like Ellis, named on the half-back flank. He'll be able to rack up there, providing he can avoid that red vest.
Cheap.
Yeah, I like Higgins on the
Cheap
half-forward
too. Oh, that's-
flank, providing he can avoid that red vest.
Risky.
One last thing I like Cox. I like Cox a lot, named in the ruck.
Oh, in the ruck.
Yeah. What do you mean? For West Coast,
I guess.
he has had 500s in a row versus the Bulldogs,
Love
including a massive 155.
The rolling lockout is going to come to a close at 7:50 on Friday night. That's Eastern time for the start of the North Melbourne and Essendon game. That means no more changes to your side.
But next week, unlimited trades.
Yeah.
So we're back to the start. Look, that's setting your team for the season, though. So round 2, make sure you're ready.
So it doesn't matter if Higgins and Ellis get injured. Yeah, right. That takes the pressure off. Now, remember, Follow us on Twitter. There's live scoring on the website
It's
this
back, it's
weekend,
there now.
so you can track your progress. Make sure you lock in your match day teams as well. Most importantly, just enjoy it.
Yeah.